BEE certificate. $65, please, sir.
Driver's license, please.
$75, please.
Thank you.
You got a gun license?
Gun license, sir. 45. Goes with a free TV license.
You got guns?
Yeah. 85. Plus bullets.
Give my money back. Give it.
Sweet me, bruh. Next, please.
Pilot's license.
Sanbonani, South Africa, our land. Welcome to the best construction channel in the land. For those that don't know me, my name is Upili Pemba, and this is the construct. Man, here we talk about construction, we talk about navigation strategy, we talk about construction as an ecosystem, we speak about construction in a way that is intentional, we speak about pivotal topics around construction, and man, we further the construction agenda, and more than anything, we are here to educate and to elevate. Anyway, it's 2025. I'm so glad to be back. It's my first day back at work, and today you can still tell with the makeup and the hair that, you know, like it's my first day back. I still have that time, but I'm glad to be back. It's 2025. The construction agenda continues. 2025 has so much to offer, but it also has so many conversations that need to happen. And this year, I really want to focus on, you know, on talking about those pivotal topics and speaking the truth and having those people that are going to mentor us as a community, but also just to get to the crevices of most of our construction issues. Just talking about, you know, what are the type of things that we are looking into and the type of things that we are having conversations about in 2025. The first one of all of them is contractors need to be fed and to be skilled. When we speak about ecosystem, I've always been someone that is interested in ecosystems and how ecosystems work and how we need to balance, you know, as the different stakeholders of an ecosystem, how we need to have like a certain balance in order for the environment to be harmonious. And if I were to make an example right now, when it comes to the built environment, we are going through who's this guy? Scar. We are going through a Scar phase in Pride Rock, and that is just what is happening. People are taking too much, not leaving some behind. The little ones are starving. The big ones are taking the chunk. You know, as when Scar said to the hyenas, they will never be hungry again. That's exactly what happened. And those type of environments are not. It's very hard to work through them. In order for people to thrive and an ecosystem to thrive, it has to have diversity and it has to have opportunity. So if we are in an environment like this one where we are speaking about diversity, at this point we can just say it's talk shop. You know, some people really put out those black people, you know, they're just, you know, for the thing, but you know, like the real work hasn't begun in order to capacitate the black child. So when we speak about diversity, we need to understand those diversity in the way that we look and the way that we think as well. And in order for us to be able to have those different types of perspectives, we need to have the right people in the right rooms having the right conversations. And I say this because, you know, like I'm very passionate about conversation, but I'm also very passionate about conversations that have resolution. Like, you know, like getting into rooms where you're just talking about ESG goals and, you know, and all of that, and it's just like, okay, but, you know, not everybody is represented here. So we are not having an accurate representation of what this conversation needs to be about. So I think in order for us to be able to leverage, because in that ecosystem, if you aren't able to leverage that opportunity or that diversity, then it's just there. Do you get what I'm saying? So leverage has to be a huge part on how the small and the big fish will thrive. But in order for that to happen, we need to understand that we can't have people that are hungry. So when I say contractors and the small fish need to be fed, like you can't be putting people in an environment where they're hungry and expect them, to not take from a point of scarcity. So once we capacitate the smaller contractors to be able to thrive in this environment, not thrive, but just to survive, give them just enough to be able to survive, because now we've got an ecosystem where we've got a lot of contractors that are moving around, but also everyone is just trying to take something because they don't know when is the next time they are going to eat. So those conversations is how exactly can we keep the levels from, let's say, from 1 to 4 at a point where they feel like they are capacitated to be doing those type of jobs. And in order for those type of things to happen, from a perspective of a supplier and also a contractor, I always realize that once you get out the materials out the way, it becomes so much easier for you to do your job. So in order to, those type of, okay, I'm about to go off on that, but there has to be some sort of bread that is put in order for us to be able to navigate in the right way. The next one is contract law has to be part of level 1 contracts awarded. It has to be. It has to be. We can't be moving in an environment when we don't know our rights. I spoke about this even a couple of months back, and I think if we really were to integrate, the JBCC contracts, because that's with buildings, that's what we are governed by. Really in level 1, where we know, small contractors know how to move around projects, what are their rights what are their responsibilities towards the bigger contractors and the main contractors and the clients. I think once we start speaking about those and how we can put in a lot of the contract law into the lower level contractors, I think educated contractors could really elevate the environment. But we are going to have a guest that we're going to be speaking about something like that, which is something that I'm really excited about, because once you are a contractor, you are part of a contract. So if you don't understand your rights and responsibilities within the bounds of that contract, you're not in a good place. The strong relationship between SAPS and construction. We've been speaking about the construction mafia and how we can, how the industry can move through it. Really, there has to be SAPS construction needs to be like this. Because at the end of the day, in as much as we are fighting for different narratives and other people are coming from it from a place of just also being hungry and also being at a space where now you are abusing the very same people that you're saying you are trying to help. So SAPS, instead of just the law, has to be part and parcel of projects and has to be accessible to the bigger and the smaller contractors as well. So that is something that we need to be speaking about in terms of just creating that relationship where we have quicker turnaround times. These people that come in on our sites and they cause havoc. So I think those conversations are really pivotal, and we need to look more into those strategies when it comes to how do we align what the SAPS is doing and how do we align it to construction to have a better turnaround time. So. Yes. Okay. I think I touched on this, that we need to be talking more about ecosystem rather than profitability. You have to understand who you are and what you represent. The crappiest thing about construction is the fact that we have such a bad brand problem, like a bad PR problem, and sometimes it becomes so frustrating when you're asked, oh, okay, so do you do construction? Yes. So are you and I'm like, yes, I do construction, I'm on site, and I do projects, besides the fact that a lot of people come into this industry because they are just trying to take a chance, and I'm not bashing people that that are wanting to get opportunity, but to leverage opportunity, you would be stupid to not do that. But it's also important to come into an environment to enrich it as well, and not a lot of people come in here to enrich. It's just we are coming into the environment, you just want, there's a 2 million tender, just register something quickly and get it. So you're not coming here to understand the environment and try to, pay forward for everything that, like the people that have worked for us to get here. So it's really important for us to understand that we have a brand problem, understand that, besides the brand problem, we have an accountability problem, and to understand that we also have a transfer of skills problem. And that is just a conversation problems, to be honest. So we also need to be understanding those conversations where we are able to articulate what we do within the built environment and our importance, and like people think about construction as just tendering. It's just like, bro, it's infrastructure. Like, we if we are not credible, would you want to go on a bridge that, like someone was just trying to would you want to go on the bridge like that? So like sometimes we forget, the responsibility that we have, and how severe, in terms of just in the ecosystem, how important we are, and how much we need to be reliable, because we hold a lot of people's lives, the people that are in the industry, but the people and the clients that we also service outside the industry. So it's very important, guys, to do that. We also need to be talking about business skills for profit, but also sustainability. You know what happened? I was actually thinking about it the other day. I was like, we really need to find out why sessions stop, because there were really, for those that don't know sessions, it's basically was an agreement between, it would be an agreement between the municipality, the supplier, and the contractor, where the municipality will stand as surety for the materials that the contractor is going to get on credit. So that will really take like stress away from, like you now having to get money to buy the materials. You could kind of just get it on credit, and then once you are paid within the project, then you pay back the supplier. So that really helps. So in terms of just like from level 1 to 4, oh man, there are so many contractors that say, even if like I just want to go there and do the work, like at that point you haven't really, you don't, if you want to grow, you want to be looking at the financial aspect of it, and that hits you really hard, and that's what causes most of the delays, especially for the 1 to 4s. It's just access to those financials. But speaking about that, we were holding like a youth type of entrepreneurial youth type of event, and I was facilitating one of the discussions there, and I opened my speech and I asked the youth entrepreneurs, okay, how many of you have a business, have registered CIDB, BE, everything, just you are just there ready to go, and but you haven't gotten a project. And so many of them stood up. And I think what we took out from that session specifically was, and that's what I was telling them on that day, is that, you don't have to start that business now. Like, stop pressuring yourself to be a CEO or a board member or, of something if you haven't really done the groundwork. Like, it's important for us to think about, they say in South Africa it takes like less than 5 hours to open a business. But, like, how long does it take to get funding? I think those are the type of conversations that we need to be getting. Like, becoming MD is like, everybody's an MD now. But are they an MD of a company or a brand that is actually living, breathing, and alive within Built? So it's when we speak about the opportunity to be able to open a company, we need to also think about the opportunities to get the projects and how we are going to get that financial backing for us to be able to leverage that opportunity. So that's another thing that I really want us to dissect this year, and I really want to get into, is that, let's not rush to be the MD, but let's rush to get the skills, let's rush to have the conversations, let's rush to be comfortable with being able to be in this industry, for us to be able to do the things that we do, which is innovate. The youth are really big on innovation and creating things that we would never have thought about. So once we capacitate them in a way where we say, you need to have learned from this stage to this stage, and once you get there, we will be there and we will mold you, and then we will give you enough to be able to thrive in the industry without our backing. That's the one thing that would be that if we are talking about sustainability, inclusivity, when we speak about mentoring, when we speak about skills transfer, that's what we're essentially saying. That's what we're essentially asking for. So I think I'm gonna leave it there. It's going to be an exciting year. These things are already in play. I'm excited about the people that I'm going to get here. For those that don't know me, I'm going to say again, my name is Opili Legani Pemba. This is the Construction. And I'm excited to be back. I'm excited to 2025. We're really going balls to the wall this year. And I'm excited to have you. And as a form of thank you, you can just like, comment, and share. Write me something in the comments. Tell me something you've gone through. Tell me where you're at in your business. Tell me your business name. Tell me what you're trying to do. Tell me if you need help. Tell me the type of conversations that you want to have. I'm really excited. And I will see you next time.